Hello Eurovision friends, thank you for coming to my channel Eurovision Histories for this, another Eurovision 2025 latest news update. It is now 10 weeks only until the grand final of Eurovision 2025, so not a long time to go. And we really noticed that because there are breaking news about Eurovision almost every day, and I want to talk about some of them in this video. There were breaking news from Malta yesterday, we'll talk about that. Then there was a bit of news that really got me excited about Celine Dion possibly performing at Eurovision. We have some Doctor Who news, who knew, that have to do with Eurovision, obviously. Then we have an artist name for Switzerland as well, and a possible UK title, and lots of other news from all around Europe. So let's get right to it. The breaking news from Malta yesterday were this: that Malta cannot use the song title that they were going to use at Eurovision. The EBU has banned it. The news broke yesterday when Mirjana Conte posted the following message on her Instagram: currently filming the official music video, literally living my best life. We've just been notified that at EBU headquarters has decided against using the Maltese word in our entry in the Eurovision Song Contest. Very smart to say it's a Maltese word, obviously. While I'm shocked and disappointed, especially since we have less than a week to submit the song, I promise you this: the show will go on. Diva not down. So she's gonna continue, and she is sticking with the song I'm reading from this. So the EBU has apparently banned the use of the word in the Maltese entry, which is surprising because they uploaded the whole national final performance to their YouTube channel and also had the word in the video description with singing, which is what the word means in Maltese, in brackets behind it, yes, but still. And the reference group had apparently decided to approve the word and the use of the word in the song. Mediana Conte had said as much, and others had reported on that as well. But now there was apparently a reversal of this decision. PBS, the national broadcaster in Malta, was informed of this, and they say, or at least Maltese media report, that this decision was taken following a report by an EBU member, which is rumored to be the BBC. I would personally not be very surprised if it was one of the broadcasters from an English-speaking country, because obviously the issue is with people who speak English with this word. And in this decision, the EBU stated that they are requesting a change in the title, but also in the song, obviously. So the word cannot be used at Eurovision. PBS is now apparently considering their steps or the measures they can take. The problem for them is, and Mirjana Conte said that in her message, that they now only have 5 days left, and yesterday it was 6 days, till the deadline on March 10th, when they have to submit the final version of the entry. I think they should give them an extension because of this reversal of a decision. That's the least they could do. Now, two personal perspectives on this I wanted to add. If you've been to this channel, you know I don't like these kinds of entries, and I didn't like that the main selling point of the Maltese entry was that one word. And so I think kind of they had it coming. I think they played a bit with this controversy and with the possibility of it not being allowed. However, and so I'm not sad about the decision the EBU has taken. However, the EBU doesn't look all that great once again because they took such a long time to decide this. Now the Maltese don't have a lot of time to change the song in a way that works for them and works for the EBU as well. And it doesn't look good for how the EBU has promised to change their communication and their decision-making style. It all seems a bit chaotic from only this. So I'm hoping that this is the one piece of drama we have this year, and otherwise it will all be better. Now, what could Malta do? Obviously, they could replace the word with something else. I think they should just change the whole song to Maltese, because if you really care about the Maltese language, what some people say, just sing it in Maltese, and then I don't think anyone will have a problem. Or they change it to another word, or they just leave it out and let the crowd at Eurovision do the work. I don't think a lot of people at home will understand what the whole thing is about. And let's be honest, this can also be a good basis of publicity for Malta. The real version of the song is still on Spotify, is still going viral on TikTok, and then they perform a more family-friendly version at the Eurovision stage. I think that's a good compromise in the end. So do let me know what you think of the whole controversy in the comments of this video. Now let's get to the piece of news that really got me excited quite a bit, and that is that Céline Dion might be performing at Eurovision in Basel, or at least coming to Eurovision in Basel. Obviously, she was the last winner from Switzerland before Nemo won last year. She won in 1988 with Ne partez pas sans moi. And so it would make a lot of sense to have her at Eurovision in Switzerland. Coming home is kind of the slogan of this year. And so Celine coming to Switzerland to perform is kind of coming home. She obviously, after winning in 1988, started a huge international career as one of the best-selling female artists ever. And I just love her. So her performing at Eurovision, which I also love, if you haven't noticed, would be a huge collision of my two worlds, kind of. Again, the second time after 1988. So what do we actually know? Eurovision co-producer Reto Peretz told the press that he can confirm that they are actually in regular contact with her and her team to talk about whether it would be possible for her to come to Switzerland and possibly even perform at Eurovision. Apparently, she's willing to do it. However, as we all know, or probably know, she is suffering from stiff person syndrome. I really recommend the documentary I Am Celine Dion. She is opening up so much in that. If you haven't seen it, it's an incredible documentary, and you really feel very strongly the struggle that she is going through and how difficult it is for her to perform. So she cannot confirm anything. It might only be confirmed a few weeks before the final, because at that point, it depends how well she is doing at that point in time. She, of course, performed at the opening ceremony of the Paris Olympics, which is one of my favorite performances I have ever seen, and I've seen it a lot in the last couple of months. So I really hope this comes true. It would be a huge honor for Eurovision, but also a great way for Celine to return to the place where, in a way, it all started. She had a career before Eurovision, but still. And it's also the place where she first kissed her husband, René Angélil. They also said that she belongs to Eurovision, so for them, so they will really be working on bringing her to Basel, I think, and I'm really excited about that. Before we talk about more news, do subscribe to this channel. Only a third of you watching this video are, and if you don't want to miss any of my videos and also my news updates, you gotta subscribe to the channel. We also have a WhatsApp channel, a Blue Sky account, and accounts on lots of other social media that you can follow. You can find the links in the description of this video. The other news are that Zoe Me has been confirmed to be singing for Switzerland, and this made me quite happy. I listened to a few of her songs, and they're a really interesting mix of pop and ballad. But what I love especially is that she mixes German and French in the lyrics. Sometimes the song is completely in German, sometimes completely in French, but oftentimes she mixes the two languages in a very natural way, so it doesn't feel forced. And I do hope that the song is in German and French, even though I also thought for once Germany sent a song in German and now Switzerland also sends a song in German. They could have waited a year, but still, she's only 24. She seems really sweet. She posted a video introducing herself singing, so let's have a look at that.
Hey, Eurovision, this is Switzerland calling. I'm Zoe Me, and I can't wait to represent my country in Basel. I can't wait to meet you in Basel and to take you on a voyage with me.
A really sweet way of introducing yourself. She has supported Remo Forer on one of his tours, so maybe they talked about Eurovision then. Obviously, he represented Switzerland a few years ago. The song will be released on March 10th, so on Monday. And there are some rumors, because she published a song that is apparently co-written by Thea of Who the Hell is Edgar fame. So maybe that's the entry, but I think that's entirely in English. So we shall see what the entry is on Monday. Now, when I saw this piece of news, I had to check 7 times whether I read it correctly and whether it was April Fool's or something. Maybe it is. I still can't quite believe it. But apparently, the huge British sci-fi and longest-running TV show, Doctor Who, is going to have a Eurovision-themed episode. They say it's going to be an intergalactic version of Eurovision, that the episode will air on the night of the Eurovision final, May 17th, and that it is the most expensive episode yet. So, kind of Eurovision in space. I'm very excited to see what that will look like. So, check out Doctor Who, I guess. Then more news from the United Kingdom. After all the rumors that Remember Monday, the female country pop trio, is going to represent the United Kingdom, now there are also rumors that the song title has now been leaked, which is supposedly What the Hell Just Happened. That's not just what I think every time I watch the news, but apparently also a very zeitgeisty title for the British entry, performed by Remember Monday, possibly. And then there's also a rumor that it will be revealed as early as this Friday, maybe on the Graham Norton show or after that. So it will be interesting to see whether all of these rumors actually come true. Remember Monday apparently has some fan articles in their store with this What the Hell Just Happened song title already. So the plot thickens, but we still don't have a confirmation as of the time of recording this video. Then a lot of countries seem to not be too sure that they found the right song or did everything they could in the national final, because a lot of revamps are coming our way. Serbia, Prince has announced that he will change the staging and also the outfit for Eurovision, which I think is not a bad idea. In Spain, we have seen a huge list of the creative team that will revamp the song and also completely change the stage show for the Spanish entry. Again, personally, I think that might be a good idea. Maybe make the song, add some more modern influences or something in the song. And then Croatia also plans to make changes to their song. I'm usually not a huge fan of revamps because I always think, why didn't you enter the best version of your song in the national final from the very beginning? But if it improves the songs we already have, which this year might actually need, I am not completely against it. Then I have a clip of the week, which is very Finland themed. It's the Finnish trio trying to represent Sweden and trying to win Melodifestivalen on Saturday, meeting Finnish representative Erika Wikman.
Hallå, vem är?
Kai, kom så fort nach Finland.
Erika, välkommen!
And then looking ahead, lots of things to get excited about. Tomorrow, Thursday, the Austrian song will be released in the early morning, I think at 8 o'clock. On Friday, the Czech song, the final version of the Czech song, will be released, Kiss Kiss Goodbye by Adonis. Then on Saturday, we have the national finals in Sweden. I made a video on that. In San Marino and in Portugal. Also did a video on my top 12 in Festival da Canção, so check that out if you haven't yet. On Sunday, the Israeli song will be released. On Monday, the Swiss song will be released. We already talked about that. And then on Tuesday, and this is actually a correction I have to make from my last video, I said that the Cypriot entry would be released on the 10th of March, but it's actually the 11th of March, so Tuesday, and I'm quite happy about that because then it doesn't clash with the Swiss song release. I'm very excited to hear the Swiss song and also the Cypriot song. Lots of interesting names being thrown around about the creative team involved in the Cypriot entry, so we shall see whether my hopes are realized for once this season. Okay, these are all the news I had for you today. Thank you for watching this episode of Eurovision Latest News. Do subscribe if you don't want to miss any of my videos, and then I'll see you for my next one. See you then, and bye-bye.